If you created a website or a web application using Google AI, everything looked perfect. But when it came time to deploy, you ran into problems or didn't even know where or how to publish the project. This video is made for you. On this channel, we already created a full website using Google AI and a full web application using Google AI. If you haven't watched those videos yet, you'll find the links in the description of this video because they explain the creation step from the beginning. At the end of those videos, I said I would make a video dedicated only to deployment, and this is that video. Before we begin, let me clarify one important thing in a very simple way. When you use Google AI, it can generate different types of projects. Sometimes a website, just a front end that runs in the browser. Sometimes a web application, which usually includes a front end and back-end logic. Because of this, some projects deploy easily, and others require a slightly different deployment setup. Don't worry, in this video, we'll focus only on the practical approach that works for most Google AI projects without technical complexity. Now, the key question is, where should we deploy these projects? I'll start with Hostinger because it's a practical and efficient choice for deploying Google AI websites and web apps. If you want to follow the exact same setup I'm using, you'll find the Hostinger link in the description. That link includes an exclusive discount, and I keep it updated with the best available deal so you don't overpay. When you click the link, you'll land on a page like this. Scroll down and you'll see the hosting plans, usually 3 main options. For this setup, the key feature we need is called Node.js Web Apps. This is what allows you to deploy web applications, Node.js projects, and essentially any modern website or app, whether it was created with Google AI or built in any other way. You'll notice that the premium plan does not include this feature. The business plan does, and the cloud startup plan does as well. Personally, I go with the business plan. First, it lets you host up to 50 websites on a single plan, which is ideal if you're working on multiple projects or testing different ideas. Second, it includes many important features at a very reasonable price for what you get. The cloud startup plan is better suited for large projects, high-traffic websites, or applications that need stronger, constant resources. For our use case here, the business plan is more than enough, and that's exactly what we'll use in this tutorial. So now I'm going to click Choose Plan on the business plan. This takes us directly to the checkout page, where we select the subscription period. As you can see, Hostinger automatically suggests 48 months, which is 4 years. This is actually a very good option because the longer the subscription, the lower the monthly price becomes. You can see that clearly here. By choosing a longer period, you're saving a significant amount overall. Of course, you're free to choose any duration you want, but personally, I prefer a longer period. I know I'll need this hosting anyway, and I don't want to worry about renewing every year, so for me, 48 months makes sense. Now, another nice bonus with this plan is that you get a free domain and 3 extra months of free hosting included. Let's scroll down a bit. Here, you'll see the domain section. This is where you can choose your free domain name. I'll search for a domain. In my case, I'll use panelrise.com. As you can see, the domain is available. Hostinger suggests registering it for 2 years, where the first year is free, and you can add an extra year if you want. In my case, I'll change the period to 1 year only, keep the free year, and as you can see, the price becomes 0. After that, everything looks good. So I'll click Continue, and we can move on to the next step. I'm taken to the Hostinger account setup. Here, I simply create my account using my email and password. Once that's done, I click Register and move on. Next, Hostinger asks for basic billing details. This is just standard information required to activate the service. Nothing technical here. I fill it out and click Continue. Now we're on the payment. One thing worth mentioning here is flexibility. Hostinger supports multiple payment options, and depending on your country, you may also see local payment methods available. In my case, I'm using a card, so I enter my details and complete the payment. A few seconds later, I see this confirmation message telling me the payment was successful. That means the hosting is now active and ready to use. I click Get Started. Hostinger now asks a few quick onboarding questions. I select that this website is for myself or my business, then continue. Next, it asks whether I want to create or migrate a website. I choose Create a website and move on. Now Hostinger asks how I want to build the website. You'll see options like WordPress or the website builder. But in our case, we don't need any of those. We're deploying a custom project, a website or web application generated with Google AI. So here, I scroll down and select Empty PHP/HTML website, then click Next. After that, I'm taken directly to the main dashboard. From here, everything is managed in one place. This is where we actually start deploying the project. Inside the dashboard, go to Websites and click Add Website. From the available options, I choose Node.js Web App. This is exactly what we need for Google AI projects. Now we're on the deployment page inside Hostinger. This page simply asks one question. How do we want to bring our project into the hosting? At this stage, I'm not going to choose anything yet. I'll just leave this page open. Now let's go back to Google AI and open the same project inside Google AI that we used to create the website. Once you're inside the project, you'll notice an option at the top called Save to GitHub. This step is very important because GitHub will act as the bridge between Google AI and Hostinger. Creating the GitHub repository. When you click Save to GitHub, you'll be asked to create a repository. Choose any project name. Just make sure it's something you can remember. Then click Create Repository. Saving the project to GitHub. Next, select Add Changes. With this step, the entire project is now saved from Google AI into your GitHub account. From this point on, GitHub becomes the middle layer connecting Google AI to Hostinger. Now we go back to the Hostinger page that we left open earlier. Here, I'll choose Continue with GitHub because that's the option we need in this case. If this is your first time, Hostinger will ask you to connect your GitHub account. Make sure it's the same GitHub account where we just saved the project. Selecting the project. Once connected, you'll see a list of your repositories. Find the project we created inside Google AI. Select it, then click Continue. You'll land on Review Build Settings. Hostinger will automatically detect your framework, in my case, Vite, so we don't need to change anything here. But there's one critical step that most people miss: environment variables. If your project uses any AI feature, like Gemini, generating plans, chat, analysis, or image tools, it will not work in production without an API key. The site may deploy and look perfect, but the AI buttons will fail with an error like, "Failed to generate plan. Please verify your API key." So first, let's get your Gemini API key from Google AI Studio. Go back to Google AI Studio and click Get API Key from the left menu. On the API Keys page, click Create API Key. Name your key, anything you'll recognize. I'll use Panelrise. Under Choose an Imported Project, click Select a Cloud Project. If you don't have one, click Create Project, name it Panelrise, and confirm. Select that project, then click Create Key. Copy API Key. Quick warning, this key is private, like a password. Don't share it. I'm showing mine only for the tutorial, and I'll delete it right after. Now go back to Hostinger. Click Environment Variables, then Add. Paste the same API key value, but add it under these names, the same value for all. API_key, Google API_key. This avoids naming issues because different Google AI templates expect different variable names. I know this looks like a lot of details, but I'm doing this so you don't run into problems later and waste hours trying to find solutions that usually don't exist online. Once you're done, click Finish, then click Deploy. Once it's done, you'll be redirected automatically to the Hostinger dashboard. As you can see, the website is now live on a temporary URL. Now click Connect Domain. Confirm the warning, select your domain, and complete the process. And just like that, your site is now connected to your real domain. Now, when we open the website, you might see a blank white page. And honestly, it's actually a good thing that this happened here. Because this is a very common issue, and many people have complained about it without finding a real solution. Today, I'm going to show you the best and simplest fix for it. The issue is not related to Hostinger, not to the domain, and not to the hosting itself. The problem comes from a setting inside the project. The solution is very simple. We go back to Google AI. We add one single prompt. I'll put it for you in the description. All you need to do is copy and paste it. This fix does not change the design of the website at all. After adding the prompt, click Save to GitHub, then stage and commit changes. Automatic updates. Since Hostinger is connected to GitHub, any change you save in Google AI is automatically deployed to the live website. No extra configuration needed. Refresh the page. And as you can see, the website now works perfectly. Google AI builds the website. GitHub acts as the bridge. Hostinger handles the deployment and hosting. 3 simple steps, and your website is live like a professional project. And that's the complete workflow. You've just seen how a project created with Google AI can be deployed like a real production application, clean, stable, and easy to maintain. If you want to use the same setup I used in this video, you'll find the Hostinger link in the description. I keep that link updated with the best available pricing, so you can focus on building, not comparing plans. If this workflow helped you, hit like. And if you want more real-world AI workflows like this, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.